Okay, so for home reading, you're going to be reading 5 out of 7 nights of the week. Doesn't matter what nights they are, but they need to be different nights. So you don't get to sit down for 40 minutes and count that as 2 nights. You could read for 40 minutes if you love to read, and that's great. But the idea is that we're creating a routine. I'm not going to set any expectations on what it is that you're reading, and I've given a list of things you can. You can switch to different genres, magazines, newspapers, books on tape. That's fine with me, but you need to record it in the back of your book. The front of your book is for the homework assignment. The back of the book is for recording your home reading. Okay, so we use both sides of the book at the same time. So what you're going to do is create a little chart. And we'll practice setting ours up today. And an example is given right here where we're going to have a date, title and chapter, and the number of minutes. You'll start that right here, okay, in the back of your notebook. And then you record what it is that you've read for those 5 nights. It needs to be a minimum of 20 minutes. The goal is routine. So if you can find some time after school, as soon as you walk in the door, 20 minutes and go, great. But the goal is at least 20. Now there might be weeks where we have more than 7 days between our, before we have to hammer stuff in again. It's fine. The expectation is still 5 nights, but that's your chance to get ahead. So I look at the number of nights and I track how many nights you're reading, and that is part of responsibility on your report card. So when I look at, does somebody in our class take responsibility for their work? This is what I'm looking at, or the portion of it. So if you had a night where you only got 4 of the nights completed, maybe 1 week, that could be an opportunity to catch up. So I don't expect you to do more than 5, but it doesn't hurt to be doing it on a daily basis, okay? And you're recording those there. When you hand your book in to me, 1, the activity we do at the front, we will likely be doing something with it in class. If you don't get this or your home reading done, you will be in at recess with me. You will be getting your work finished. We will do something with this, so you need to have it finished so that we can either be talking about it in class, sharing it around. That has to be finished. If you're not getting your nights with home reading done, the expectation is still 5 nights, but you're going to be at recess reading, possibly even to me. Okay, so there is a consequence for not finishing your homework. And if people come and go, I've got a really busy week, to that I say, so do I, and I'm sorry, but it's 20 minutes. Okay, so I don't do massive projects. I don't do things where I expect you to spend the entire weekend prepping something. We do little bits on a regular basis so that we're setting a routine. The goal is that by the time you move on to whether it's grade 6 or grade 7 and 8, you have that habit established of this is when I get my homework done, this is how I do it, and this is what it looks like. So you need to figure out what that looks like because it only gets more and more as you move along through the different grades. All right, I'm going to field some questions now that people may have about the expectations around homework. We'll get into this week's assignment in a minute. Okay, Erin.
Can you do more than 5 books?
Oh, absolutely. It depends on what you're reading. If you're reading for 20 minutes. So if I pick up a chapter book, it might take me 2 weeks to read that chapter book, where I might only have 1 book. But if I might finish 6 books in one sitting if I'm reading shorter books. So it really depends on what you're reading, and I'm okay with whatever. Just make sure that you document it. Mariska?
Are you allowed to read more than 5 nights of the week?
Yes, and that's where you can kind of get ahead. So the bar is at 5, but you can read more, absolutely.
Are you allowed to read like novels and stuff?
I am open to any type of reading. So if you wanted to read articles from the news, go for it. The goal is to read, and read a variety of things that are interesting to you. Yeah, Carter.
How are we going to make our chart?
I'm going to show you that in just a minute. We're going to do the chart and set it up together. And then you'll know that when I get to the bottom of my page here, I'm going to make that chart on this page and keep going. Okay? Yeah, Owen.
If you know that like 1 week's busy, can you read like all 7 1 week, and then that means that 2 of them are count as the next week?
The goal is 5 nights a week because regardless of a busy week, it's only 20 minutes, right? So it's that we're kind of setting ourselves up. The reality might be a little bit different, but again, let's say you've got a lot of hockey games, a few minutes of reading in the car, and you've got yourself covered, right? So there's usually windows of time that you can figure, and you could do 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there. That's fine too, right?
Okay.
If you need to split it up. Tori?
Like, when you're reading, do you, like, say what day it's on and, like...
We'll take a look at the chart in a minute, and there'll be a copy of it right here for you to look at when you need to create it later, okay? Yep, right.
If you do have a hockey game, you'll have at least 20 minutes to...
There you go, there's your 20 minutes. So maybe you connect your home reading to your hockey games. However that works, okay? But the goal is routine and that you're creating that habit that you're able to follow through on. Are there any more? Yep.
You can read right as you get up or right as you go to bed.
Absolutely. 20 minutes before you turn off your lights to fall asleep at night, or maybe you get up before your alarm or your parent comes to wake you in the morning. There it is. It's 20 minutes is not long. I know that right now it sounds long, but when you're reading, especially something good, it'll pass really quite quickly. Right.
Can you read like 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes
Yeah.
at night?
You just need to do 20 over the course of the day, and our in-class reading time doesn't count. So you can't go, oh, I'm on Read to Self today, so I'm going to record that. It has to be homework, so it's outside of school. Yep.
Sometimes I'm reading before I go to bed, and then I'm in the middle of a good book, and then I'm like, no, I have to go to bed now.
Right. Well, that just tells you that tomorrow night you're going to have something good when you start picking it up again. Okay, we're going to stop there.